Hi everyone, you're on Lacy Bird Academy's channel. I'm Oksana, and with today's bouquet, I'm going to call for summer. For this, I picked these amazing seasonal peonies. These are vanilla schnapps peonies. I'll also use some daisies or leucanthemum. I'll have solo Mio white carnations, Viburnum, and even some sprigs of Beargrass. Alright, let's get started. I want to make the bouquet round, because wildflower bouquets always make me think of these more rounded, classic shapes. I'll start with the Viburnum. No matter what anyone says about it, in my experience, Viburnum is actually a very long-lasting flower. Especially if they arrive a bit greener, each time they open up more, the color becomes paler, just like here. And this flower stands really well. I've already cleaned up all the flowers beforehand. For the Viburnum, I left a bit of greenery, 1 or 2 leaves on each cluster. I think this will look really good in my bouquet, since it will add extra freshness. Alright, let's take the Viburnum. Peonies. They're actually very beautiful, but they tend to open up quickly. Gorgeous. The daisies, of course, all face different directions. This one is one of the straightest. Now I'll show you what other options I have here. Well, for example, like this one. Let's see now how we can arrange it here. All right. I like this intersection of yellow in the center of the daisy and the center of the peony. And the peony has such a delicate creamy shade, which softens and creates a transition from the bright, saturated yellow to a less vivid one. It also looks very nice. Let's place another peony next to the previous one. We'll put it a bit higher, considering that the peony will open up a bit more. Let's leave some space for it. And I'll add more, gradually adding Beargrass so that it's present throughout the whole bouquet. It's playful and light like this. Lately, I've really enjoyed working with it. If before it seemed like Beargrass was a thing of the past, and there even were references to beads, now we look at it with a fresh perspective, and I like this new outlook. It's nice. Let's add one solo Mio carnation. I absolutely love it. Look at how beautifully it blooms. You can use phlox instead. It's also in season right now and will look just as beautiful. But carnations are more long-lasting. They'll flutter above the bouquet like butterflies. It already looks beautiful. You could tie it up and hand it over to the client now. I also group my materials. There's really no way without doing it. To me, this is the modern approach to all bouquets, when flowers are arranged in groups, when they come together as a sort of community, and we can read them better in the bouquet. It looks really beautiful, unlike when they're arranged in a staggered manner. Let's move on. Right now, I have 2 daisies in the bouquet, and they're placed on opposite sides, so I want to strengthen one of the groups a bit. So let's do just that. This is exactly where I'm going to do it. Let's add them. Honestly, it's such a simple and cool combination, vibrant yellow, green that we associate with freshness, and neutral white. All of this comes together to make a really awesome summer bouquet. We're also going to add some beautifully textured daisies, which are strongly associated with this delightful time of year, and the finished bouquet turns out wonderfully sunny and cool, perfect for any elegant dining table. If you've noticed, I'm not using any technical greenery in my bouquet because I already have plenty of flowers, and adding more would just make the bouquet look visually heavier. So everything can be assembled without it. And that way, it actually looks nicer. Because I really want to place this bouquet in the interior. If I had a field of pistachio greenery here and then some other flower buds, it would look kind of odd. I want to show the purity and delicacy of my bouquet. At some point, I'll use some floral tape to carefully wrap it up, just to make it feel a bit lighter in my hand, take a short break, and then keep going with the process. The bouquet will turn out to be quite voluminous. We actually don't have that many big bouquets on our channel. Well, let's see how it all looks in the end. Great! Every time we make a round bouquet, I never get tired of saying it. We always pay attention to the shape. If you look at it from above, you can immediately see if there are any gaps. So, we need to add some material here and here as well to create that round shape. Don't forget about that. And also, look at the bouquet from this angle. It's high here, and gradually our bouquet is getting more round. If it's low here, like it is right now, that means we need to add something taller to correct the shape from above. And by the way, if your Beargrass doesn't reach the water, it's no big deal. They'll last longer than all the other flowers anyway. Well, it already looks better. You see that, right? We have a smooth transition from one part to another. But of course, we don't just look at it from this angle, we also check it from this side so that we always have that kind of upside-down plate shape. In other words, it's high and then gently slopes downward. Now I'll add one more branch. Carefully set the bouquet down on the table. Let your hand rest a little, and then we'll continue. All right, I'll trim the length a bit. Let's take a look at it. Now I'll turn it to the back of my bouquet so that it faces me. We'll work on this part as well. So, all right, now I really want to add some material here to make it even better. Here, we also arrange a little group of daisies. It's just such a wonderful, beautiful bouquet. Now we'll break it up a little here. I want to add more daisies here as well. Now comes the most difficult stage. Look at the daisy stem. It's just incredible. I never thought its stem had such strength and that it needed a stem like this. Maybe to protect itself from the wind or something else. I always thought it was more delicate and light. It's going to get harder each time now. I don't have enough hands, so I'll have to tie it up more often. Put in 2 or 3 flowers and tie them. So, here it feels like I want to cover up this hole. Right? Wow, that's thick. I want to add a lovely daisy right here too. Because it's so incredibly dark there, it really doesn't look nice at all. Let's see. I'll probably tie it up again now. That's it. Now I can just assemble the bouquet upside down. I do it this way sometimes, when I'm making a bouquet of 101 or even more roses. You look at it from below, and you can actually see the shape of the bouquet too. So, for example, like this here. So you can see, we notice that there's not enough material here for a more rounded shape. A daisy has a very soft stem, so be careful when adding other flowers and when you're tying it up. I'm not really a fan of technical tying, but sometimes it's just impossible without it. You run out of hands. You don't have enough time, it's hard, and you want to take a break. So, technical tying is still relevant. But afterwards, of course, you need to carefully adjust everything so that all the flowers stay in place and don't get bent. That's the most important thing. Let me tie it up one last time. I'll use anchor tape. Look at what a beauty I've made. It's light, fresh, and full of energy. I would be absolutely delighted if a bouquet like this ended up on my dining table. I'd have breakfast, drink tea, and enjoy the beauty of these flowers. And now it's time to say goodbye. I wish you a sunny mood and an awesome summer. Bye-bye, everyone.